Maybe I deserve.
Welcome to 2 Cents Boxing, where we talk everything boxing. Make sure to punch that like and subscribe button. Seriously, hit it like it owes you money. Want to go the extra mile? Drop a super chat or donate to the Cash App because who doesn't love supporting quality content? Catch me live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. and Sunday at 5 p.m. See you there.
Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jay, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's video, we will be discussing the Gervonta Tank Davis Lamont Roach rematch. But before we do that, make sure you punch that like and subscribe button, and make sure you let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as I go throughout the video. So I wanted to come on here today and just give my 2 cents, because I had some interesting conversations on my live. You heard the you heard AI 2 cents. Come join me live Fridays at 6:30, Sundays at 5 p.m., and Tuesday for 2 cents after dark at 10:30 p.m. You can join me on any one of those shows. But I was just saying, the Lamont Roach rematch. Now, let me preface this by saying I think that it's done, and all this banter in the media about him wanting more money is maybe just something for him to sell the fight or whatever the case may be. I don't really know what's really going on with that, but they're saying that if Lamont Roach wants more money, then Tank should give him more money. And I'm like, why? Why should Tank give Lamont Roach more money if he wants more money? And they're like, oh, well, Tank needs this Lamont Roach fight for his legacy. And, I had somebody tell me that Tank needs the fight more than Roach needs the fight. And, Tank, he deserves 50-50 and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I don't understand like this logic y'all are using, or where y'all getting it from. Because let me get my 2 cents about the situation, right? It's cool that Tank had a controversial fight. He's rematching Roach right away. I think that's cool. I think that's great that he's doing that. But let's be real. If he were to fight Loma next in a unification bout, people may feel some type of way about the Roach fight, maybe not. But they will be more satisfied with him fighting for the unification, because that's what they've been complaining about all these years. See, you can't complain about something, and then if he goes and do it, you found something new to complain about. So you're like, oh no, then you're gonna complain about this now. That just continuously shows the ridiculousness and crazy standards and the way y'all move the goalposts for Tank Davis. That's all that shows. So if he doesn't rematch Roach next and he goes and fight Loma for a unification, or he fights Shakur or whoever he fights, that's not going to hurt Tank's quote-unquote legacy. And I'm not sure why boxing fans are so obsessed with legacy, when legacy is what happens after your career is over, after you're done. You're not worried about legacy as you're building your career. And people got their own goals, and they move according to what their goals are in the sport of boxing. So if Lamont Roach wants to outprice himself out of the rematch, cool. Tell him to go fight another fighter and get the money then. And they're like, oh, well, Keyshawn, he could fight Keyshawn, and he could fight Shakur. And these names are now coming up for Lamont Roach to fight. And so I'm thinking like, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? People spent 5 months saying Lamont Roach was not a good fight for Tank, and Tank was gonna knock him out. And Lamont Roach is a 130-pounder that Tank is pulling up to fight. So why now, after the Tank fight, it's okay for Keyshawn to fight him? It's okay for Shakur to fight him? I don't understand that, because he's still 130-pounder coming up to 35 according to y'all. So what's changed? Why is it okay for these fighters to fight him now? And that's the hypocrisy. It just doesn't make any sense. And you have people encouraging, oh, well, he deserves this much money, he deserves that much money. Why does he deserve Why does he deserve any extra anything? At the very least, he deserves the rematch, kinda. I mean, Tank can decide to rematch him or not. I feel like people and fans are responding to this as if Tank Davis lost the fight. He didn't lose the fight, it was a draw. So, since that's the closest Gervonta Tank Davis has ever been to being defeated, people want to handle it and celebrate it as if he were defeated, and he was not. He wasn't defeated. You don't get to just all of a sudden you're not a star. All of a sudden you're the same person who you were before I fought you. So this, he deserved 50-50. 50-50 for what? He doesn't bring half of anything to the table. It's not like just because you got a draw with Tank, you got this huge fan base all of a sudden that's gonna be willing to pay for it. No, that's not how it works. And a lot of people just refuse to understand basic business of boxing, which is why we get into these crazy debates and dialogue where a lot of the times what the other person's saying doesn't even make logical sense, especially for the sport of boxing. And let me point out this point that a lot of people keep trying to feel like, if I'm an A-side, the quote-unquote A-side fighter, and you the B-side fighter, and I'm interested in making a fight, I should let you take advantage of me and give you whatever you want just so we can make the fight. And if I don't let you take advantage of me, I'm ducking somehow, or there's an issue with something that I'm doing. I don't understand that logic. Like, what kind of loser mentality thinking is that? I understand you may have some type of leverage and we could negotiate, but once we reach a certain threshold and the business ain't working out, we just not about to have this fight. It's not a just give them whatever they asking for situation. That's not how business works. Why give them just whatever they ask for? No, if this contractual agreement not about to work out, go fight a Keyshawn, go fight a Shakur, go make your money over that way. But I just want to come up here and address that issue real quick, because I thought it was weird that people was really on the opposite sides of the coin like that. Like, you think that people should be able to take advantage of people in order to do things and make fights, as if Gervonta Tank Davis just absolutely needs Roach, and if he don't need Roach, he not gonna be on pay-per-view no more. He not gonna be a pay-per-view star no more. He not gonna sell out no more. His fans not gonna. That's not what's gonna happen. If he don't fight Roach, people gonna have an attitude. They gonna complain, but everybody's gonna move on. But let me know what you think about Lamont Roach asking for more money in the rematch by dropping your 2 cents below in the comments. You can call it at 281-845-2103 if you want to leave your 2 cents on the voicemail. Follow me at IG at 2 cents boxing. Follow me on X at 2 cents 20. And if you want to hear me go more in depth about the Gervonta Tank Davis thing, click on the video up in the corner. That's going to direct you straight to my live. I'm Jay, and stay tuned for my 2 cents in the next video.